This is Debbie Hodge from StitchStories.com, and today I'm going to show you my storage of my embroidery, my craft bag, my tote. And really the great thing about embroidery is you don't need a whole bunch of space, you don't need a whole dedicated crafting room. You can keep things in a very small space. So I basically I have my active project bag, and I'll show you inside of that in just a minute. And then I store all my floss in this sewing box that I bought at Joann's, I don't know, in my 20s, so over 30 years ago. And I don't have my floss all organized with bobbins or plastic bags or anything. I just have it generally organized by color. Like, let's see, what do we got over here? Some pinks and oranges. Maybe I don't even have it. Yeah, and then some yellows and blues. And I just have them in here, and when I start a new project, I pull out a lot of floss and I take a look and I see what I want to use. And yeah, so it's right there. I don't keep it especially organized. I think it would just take me too much time. But then this tote is what I use the bulk of the time. So this tote has my current projects and supplies that I need. And then projects, my most active project that I'm taking down to the living room or taking in a car or going someplace with will be in one of these drawstring bags. So like right now I'm working on Ursa Duet. So that's in here, along with, I always use a tin to store the floss, some scissors, the supplies that I need for the active project. And those tins one of those tins comes with each of our kits. So in my tote bag, which it's made by Homist, and I bought it on Amazon. And here's the thing, I think you can search for craft tote, or you can also search for diaper caddy, because a lot of people use these for diaper caddies in their home. See, it's got the organizers that are just velcroed in that you can move around to create the size sections that you want. So I have a section with sort of the new supplies that I'm going to need for a project or for finishing a project, then the tins for my active projects, and the hoops for my active projects. So over here in this supplies, I've got an empty hoop. I've got some finishing hoops because I always like to put my final projects into a beechwood hoop instead of the bamboo hoops that come with our kits. So I've got some kits, and then I always cut up a lot of these felt circles ahead of time. When I'm finishing a project, I like to use a second layer of fabric and some felt circles. So I've got the fabric here too. Got my big, nice scissors. Aren't these pretty? I just got these recently at Norton Quilt Shop in Vermont. I think they're so pretty. They're made by Fiskars. I also keep some empty tins over here because whenever I start a project, I'll pull floss from the big tote and I'll start to stitch as I figure out what colors I'm going to use, and then finally it narrows down to the colors I'm going to use. And I love having the tin because, you know, sometimes those DMC, the labels fall off, and if I want to know which floss it was, which number it was, then I've got this, everything's organized in the tin. So I keep a couple extra tins here, and then I always have a tin full of key supplies, which would be scissors, needle minder, needles, needle threader, although I don't use needle threader very much. So the scissors that I love are also all for sale in the Stitched Stories shop. It's tight here. So I use these for travel, only when I'm traveling. These are made by Fiskars, they're TSA approved, they'll fold up. And they're also great for kids if you're doing a kids project. You know, we have that Charmed Cottage kit for kids, and you can add these on for, I think, for just $9 if you get that Charmed Cottage kit. So I have those. These are my absolute favorite scissors. These are made by DMC, and these are their peacock scissors. And they have the peacock handle, but it's got marbleized copper over it. You can also get just the peacock without the marbleized copper. But these are my absolute favorite. They just have the best shape and size of openings in them. And then my second favorite would be these other DMCs with the gold handled. I think these are the prettiest, the most elegant, but they aren't quite as comfortable to me as these. You may not need to use scissors as much as I do. When I'm stitching a new design, I'm often stitching and then cutting and cutting back out all the floss. when I want to try different colors or different stitches. So I do a lot of cutting. So I like these when I have to do a lot of cutting. I also love these. These are the most popular that we have in our shop. These are stork shaped. And you can add these onto any kit for $9. They're also in our stitcher tins. You know, so if you wanted an extra tin, so we sell these stitcher tins in the shop, which come with a pair of stork scissors, a needle minder, needles, needle threaders, and the tin. So it's a handy, it's a handy extra to add on. So these are the stork shaped scissors and a pack of needles. And then we also have these enamel needle minders. If you're not familiar with a needle minder, when you're working on a project, so let's see, like here's Tea Party I'm working on. You can put this right on your hoop. So see the magnets on the back, the needle minder sits on the front, it's not going to come off. And then anytime you need to cut new thread, just set your needle right on here and you won't lose it. So that's what they're great for, is just keeping your needle handy. And then what I do is, when it's a current project, I'll just store the needle right on the back. Like lots of times it's still in the midst of sewing. Let me put that back in the tin. So, oh, and oh yeah, here's the needle minder. All of our kits actually do come with a very small needle minder. It's a teacup shaped needle minder. All of our kits except for Charmed Cottage. We took it out of there because we wanted to keep the price low and make that a great introductory kit if you're somebody who's new or for kids. But this is actually my favorite needle minder because it takes up so little space. You can put that right there. It can hold your needle. So those little teacup ones come with our kits. So let's see. So I've got my, my supplies for, my scissors, my hoops, my felt here. Then in front of it are all the tins for the projects that I'm working on. Again, it has the floss for each of them. There's the Halloween floss. See, To the Woods. There's floss for To the Woods. And then over here, on this side are the projects that I'm working on. So, I always keep some inspiration too. Here's the anthropology catalog. New catalogs in here. They're fun to look at for inspiration. And also, stitching is lounging, right? And we got to rest our eyes, especially my old eyes need a rest once in a while, so I can take a look at a catalog. I'm also working on Lighthouse. It looks like I finished Hen and Fox. I just need to put that in a nice hoop. And the great thing is, I've got all my supplies over here for putting it in a nice hoop. Here's a new design that I'm working on. When I said that I cut out a lot when I'm working on a new design. So this is one that'll either be available in early December or early January. I mentioned that I like to have these drawstring totes. We also sell, I keep these right in the front pocket because sometimes things get all over the place, and if I'm going to the dentist or something, or going on an appointment, or I just want a project, and my husband says, let's watch Dexter. Has anybody watched the new Dexter? Oh my gosh. So my husband's a big Hallmark Christmas movie kind of guy. And so he's always watching those, and I'm not a big Hallmark Christmas guy, but I felt like the new episode of Dexter, I'm not giving anything away. It feels like he's like a serial murderer in a Hallmark Christmas town. So I like to have these handy if I just want to grab a project and I want to keep everything together, the tin, the needles, I just don't want anything to get loose. And also, I don't want it to get dirty. I don't want it to, if I put it if I get done and I leave it on the coffee table and then someone else sits there and has a drink on the coffee table, I just don't want to worry about it. So those bags, the tote bags, I'm actually embroidering on one right now. It's one of my active projects. And we have those for sale in the shop. You can get the drawstring tote and then this transfer so that you can embroider, embrace your crafty side on it. And it's also got the whole template that you can print up and make our little pocket stitching guide, which you trim it, you fold it, you put it all together, and then there's all the stitches to remind you if you don't remember a stitch. So I keep that in my bag too. I'm thinking that's it here. So I would love to hear about what you keep in your project bag, how you organize things. Kathleen's telling me my voice is not synced with my video. All right, but hopefully you've got some voice, right? So, yeah. So tell me about how you store your supplies, how many projects you typically have going around at the same time, how you take things out with you when you go out and about, and I hope you're getting some time to do some stitching. So bye for now, everybody.